Welcome back, everybody. It's your boy Lus. I got my homie Alfredo. I got my homie Scorpio. And Angel will be up in a minute. He's handling some duties. And what we're going to talk about, boys, first, before we start and say hello to my people.
What's up?
Friday, don't be rude. Don't be shy.
Oh, what's up? Oh no, my bad. I spaced out.
That's okay. Now, right now, we're going to talk about a few fights because it's fight weekend after fight weekend. And I love it because some days, some fights, one fight that I'm particular going to not watch because I'm going to be at a concert. Pero I was really interested is going to be on a Friday. And then the next fights are on Saturday. And then the following weekend, we're going to have UK fights, which they're going to be at 12. And then we're going to have a nighttime fight. And that one's going to be where I don't know where you guys are going to be watching them. Are you going to be watching them? Are you going to be watching this card or are you going to be watching that card? But let's start with the first one. And this one's the most interesting one. This is July 11th. It's an all female card by MVP on Netflix. You guys don't have to pay for it. It's a trilogy fight. Friday, July 11th. Katie Taylor contra Amanda Serrano. Katie won the first fight. I do believe she won the first fight. I feel that Amanda Serrano was robbed on the second fight. I don't know how you guys have it. And then, of course, they're going to kick it off with the trilogy. So, Freddie or Scorpio, whoever wants to go first, how did you guys see the first two? If you guys watched it, I'm pretty sure you guys watched at least the second fight because we all saw the fake fight of Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul.
All right, I guess I'll go. I had the first fight as like almost like a Canelo Triple G first fight where it could have gone either way. Like it's not necessarily a robbery, but it was just a really close fight. The second fight, though, I had clear victory to Serrano. I don't think Katie did anything that fight. I think she was fighting very dirty, headbutting and everything, and I think she should have been docked points for that. I think she just lost the fight in general, too. She was getting pieced up the whole fight the second time, but they robbed her. So I feel like the third fight is going to be the same thing. Katie's going to get her ass whooped again, and then she's going to get the victory somehow, some way.
Okay. Now, let me correct you on something that I ain't like. And maybe Alfredo will disagree or agree with me. But you said it was like the Triple G versus Canelo won. Brother, Triple G won the first fight. Right? Alfredo, do you agree or disagree?
I wouldn't be unhappy with Triple G winning that fight, but I mean, if it's a draw, I guess.
That's
If it's a
kind
draw,
of where I'm at
I
too.
guess I could I guess I could leave it there because we were gonna get the rematch anyway. But
No worries. Did you watch the
yeah,
first Katie Taylor fight or the Amanda Serrano?
no, I didn't watch the first Katie Taylor fight. I watched the second one though, and I had 7-5 Serrano. I
Okay, so you
thought
guys,
Serrano did the most work, landed the better punches. I think she had the more like useful pressure. And
okay.
also, Taylor was fighting like pretty dirty that fight.
I recommend you to go watch Katie Taylor versus Serrano 1 because it's a better fight. It's a more cleaner fight and there's more drama to it.
Man, don't be talking about no girl fights. That shit weak.
Well, welcome to the chat, Angel or Dixon.
What were we looking at? What's the chat?
No, we're just talking about on July 11th on Netflix. It's an MVP card. Jake Paul, I think he's doing a great thing for boxing on his cards, not his actual fight, on his cards. So he is bringing us the Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano trilogy. And I was just wondering, who'd you have winning?
What day is that?
That's on July 11th, before the July 12th card, which is next Friday. Next Friday.
I'm be taking a crazy nap that day. Nah, I was playing, but I got Serrano winning. I feel like she got robbed. Didn't Katie Taylor win the last one?
Katie Taylor did win no. Sí, ganó las dos.
Yeah, no. I think she got robbed in the last one. To be honest, a lot of headbutts, a lot of weird punches. So I think I got Serrano this time. I'm doing it right.
So right here we all agree that July 11th, Amanda Serrano. Oh, perdón. that Amanda Serrano was robbed on the second fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. I do believe that Amanda Serrano was robbed, and this time around, I'm going to say Amanda Serrano wins by knockout. I think she's gonna. I think she's gonna get her out, and I will say here, and I don't care if people get mad when they hear it. I do have Katie Taylor as the GOAT of women professional boxing. I do believe that she has a better resume than Clarissa Shields. Y como se llama, and Amanda Serrano is gonna knock her out so that Katie Taylor can go into retirement.
Honestly, I would love to see that.
And I think Serrano's the one with the most knockouts in the women's division, to be honest.
I think so too. Yeah, she has I think she has around 30 knockouts, 30 something.
Yeah, 30 knockouts on 7 divisions. So she's like the Manny Pacman of women's division.
Yeah.
So just in case if you didn't know that, Alfredo and Angel, she is Amanda Serrano would be the Manny Pacman of women's boxing, while Katie Taylor was the money girl, like Canelo, Floyd, Tyson, De La Hoya. She was the one who made boxing, like in a way, relevant and money wise.
See that comparison?
What's up?
I said I could see that comparison.
Yes, because she was the first woman to start getting $1 million. So in boxing, that's kind of like awesome.
I want to see who makes the most adjustments in their trilogy.
I don't think
most of them were close.
No, I just think whoever outdogs the other one's gonna win. Because they fight. They fucking fought.
That's something that I love about women's boxing. Like, if Angel, if you haven't really seen them,
no, I was. I'm just
because even if it's not them, the way the girls fight, because they get 2 minutes, they don't have a lot of time to think. They don't have a lot of time to like, okay, I'll take this 1 minute off, and then I'll attack for 2. It's just 2 minutes, so one goes all at it, and the other one goes all at it. And because they technically don't have testosterone to knock out someone, they just fucking they throw a lot of fucking punches, and they don't get fucking knocked out, and that's something beautiful.
Like the featherweights and the flyweights, like they don't really have like concussive KO power, so they just go all around and just fucking throwing at each other.
And that's the reason why in big fights you'll always see on the undercard you'll see flyweights, because they want them to last 12 rounds before we get to the main event. So you gotta put that Haney on your undercard. All right, ahora sí, July 12th.
Haney's gonna fucking die.
That's for another time. That's until November, because I think it is official. Brian Norman will be fighting, ¿cómo se llama? Devin Haney, 147, full-fledged for the title.
I don't think it happens.
I heard it's official in November.
Yeah, they signed it, and they just don't have a location yet.
Yep. No, they don't have a date. They have the location. It's gonna
I feel like Devin could box his head off for 12 rounds.
It goes either way of 2 ways. Norman either knocks him the fuck out, or Devin Haney boxes his head off for 12 rounds straight. But not even box his head off. It's gonna be the same fight he had last fight. Running.
Yeah, it's gonna be damn near like the Ryan Garcia fight, but he's more mobile and more conditioned than Ryan Garcia.
I'll say this, because of the way that he fought in his last fight. Brian Norman is faster than Jose Ramirez, is bigger than Jose Ramirez, is way fresher than Jose Ramirez.
Bigger?
And yeah, he's bigger.
He's 5'8". Jose Ramirez is 5'11".
He's a natural welterweight. The other fool was a light welterweight. Naturally,
Jose Ramirez could have been at welterweight for a minute, but Jose, like, these are really big. I feel like
he could have been, but what I'm trying to say is like where he started. Jose Ramirez started at 140, and this one started.
He just has the bigger pop. That's it. I feel like he's not the bigger fighter.
So he's a bigger fighter. Naturally, he's bigger because where he started at.
I don't know, because it's weird. Because when I go to the Top Rank gym, like you'll see some 147 pounders be bigger than some 160 pounder pros there. So like I'm telling you, like sometimes like people just cut the extra weight and they're actually bigger than the people in the other division. And I'm saying Jose Ramirez is fucking huge. I've seen Brian Norman at Top Rank. He's not that big.
What's it called? Jose Ramirez is like 5'10", 5'11", around there. And Brian Norman.
When you hear about Brian Norman, like they say he's an undersized welterweight. Like that's what they say about him. He's small. He's a small welterweight.
So because that's what when we go by this, it's like when you look at boxing, you look at where they started and you notice who's a weight bully and who's not. For instance, Jose Ramirez could have been a weight bully by staying at 140 too much. And Brian Norman could have been at 140, but he felt good at 147. Hence why they say that he's the more natural, bigger fighter because of where he started. Meaning that he probably could have never cut weight all the way to 140 because he was just too big. That's what we mean. Maybe he has bigger bones, and that's why he has more pop. So when I see that, and when I see that Jose Ramirez did kind of land some stuff in there, yeah, I can see Brian Norman landing. He is, after all, he is faster too than Jose Ramirez.
Honestly, he surprised me in his last fight against Tevin Farmer. I didn't think he was going to do that.
What are you talking about?
And oh wait, no, that's the wrong person. Huh?
What?
No, is it?
Were you thinking of what?
I was thinking about. Well, I get those two confused.
Okay, you're talking about Floyd Schofield. I was talking about Brian Norman is the guy that knocked out the Japonés that he lost memories for 6 weeks.
Bro, I was getting
That was
ice cream
crazy.
when the fucking I was getting ice cream when the Schofield knockout happened. That shit was horrible, bro. I hated that I missed that shit.
Imagine this fool doesn't know that he went to training camp. He doesn't know he got knocked the fuck out, and he doesn't know that he was in a hospital.
That's fucking scary, honestly.
That is scary,
To like, just like because what it was like about like a one punch knockout, basically, huh?
yeah, it was a one punch.
It was a hook and then boom, and then just lights out and just forgot the last 6 weeks. That's fucking terrifying.
It's like if you think about it, this knockout that Ilya just did on Charles, he technically knocked him out with one punch.
Mm-hmm.
But when he hit him with the right, that fool was dropping, and then the left completely shut him out, and then he goes with the hammer, and that's all she wrote.
Is this a hot take? That wasn't really a good knockout. Sasaki Loki just felt like a fucking idiot. Like it was gonna happen eventually. Like the second I saw when he was fighting, like, like I'm like, it's over. He's gonna get fucking knocked out because the only people who fight like that are desperate. They're desperate. They're desperate for something. That's just when you're at the high level, you're not gonna get caught by that stupid ass punch. So and then he was punching with his hands low the whole time. Every time he punched, the other one was low.
But that's still
as
a
much as
good
Warrior
knockout.
Spirit as he had in him, bro. It was gonna happen. Like it wasn't. To me, it wasn't really like a crazy good knockout. It was just more that fucking Sasaki. I don't really think he was worth it because he already got knocked out before that fight too. Why the fuck is he fighting for a title?
Because he was knocked out like 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
At what, 140? What the fuck is he gonna do at 147 punches?
Well,
He's a small 142. He's 5'8" too.
he was rated pretty high. You gotta remember that he was rated pretty high.
He fought like a jackass against Norman. I'm gonna be honest.
That's a good. It is a hot take. I still think it's probably the best knockout of the year.
He sparked Kamel Maton in his camp for Norman. That doesn't really make sense to me.
They don't have options, fool. It's Japan. There's not a lot of.
He wasn't in Japan. He was here in Las Vegas. He was at Salas.
The fight was in Japan, fool.
I know, but his training camp was here in Las Vegas.
The Sasaki?
Yeah.
It was
What
here
the
at Salas.
Fuck?
It was here at Salas.
That makes no fucking sense for him to be over here.
What the fuck?
No, it does. It makes it come. No, Salas Boxing Academy. They always have the Japanese people over here. I know there because I go there to spar. There's always Japanese people over there. Sasaki's over there. He had his camp over there. He sparked Kamel Maton for his camp.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild to have
It's because like I got more like boxing info because like Vegas is like the biggest boxing city, so I like more of the shit that goes around because I'm in the gym.
See, no. I get it. That's why when you said that, I presumably thought that he was over there in Japan. Like, why the fuck would you come and do your training camp when you're gonna fight in Japan? It makes no sense to me. Pero he is a resident of Japan, so he's probably used to the weather, the timing.
Yeah, look at this fool in front of one of the casinos during his camp.
Yeah,
And he was sparring at this gym. Salas Boxing Academy. I've sparred there a couple times. I've seen him there.
He's a very underrated coach, Ismael Salas.
He's a good, yeah. Especially like now that like it's starting to pop off with Playo and what's his name? Playo. He has Playo, Adames, and he has Rigondeaux. I think goes there too.
If I recall, he also had Joy Joyce when he was still.
Yeah, he has Joe Joyce too. Fisher was there. I saw Johnny Fisher one time when I went there.
The British guy.
Yeah, the big British guy. I saw Johnny Fisher there. Like it was like before he got fucking domed, like a couple months before he got domed.
Okay, really. All right.